Hey YouTube, it's Cheru, it's Imani. I go by both names. Welcome to a whole lot of E-Money.
It's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker.
So you might be looking at this title and thinking, oh my days, this is clickbait. No one is going to university for free. That doesn't make sense. But I'm here to tell you it's true. I'm going to university for free. In fact, I'm being paid to go to university. But like, how can I do this? Can you get in on that? And the answer is yes, you most definitely can. So I thought today I would do like an informative video type of thing because I've had a number of questions or a number of people asking me about how I'm going to university for free basically. So I thought let me just make a video for everyone to see and they can learn for themselves. So this video is not in any way sponsored. I'm speaking on my own accord because I want to, help everyone. So basically, there's this company, and they're like an investment company called Allangray, and what they do is they try and give back to the community, and by doing this, they created this program called the allangray So what they do is they sponsor students in Africa to attend universities in South Africa, and they just sponsor you and they provide you with a whole lot of benefits. And the reason that they're doing this is they just want to, they want to give back to the community and, uplift the nation. So this scholarship opportunity is more oriented to people who have like, strong leadership qualities or would like to become an entrepreneur or already an entrepreneur, just something along those lines. So they're trying to, nurture your skills and also provide you with additional skills so that you can, develop Africa as a nation. Okay, so now you know that my tuition fees are being covered, but then are there other benefits? And yes, of course there are. So the Allangrayorbis Foundation provides you with a whole lot of different stuff. And I think it's super beneficial. They are trying to help you throughout your education process. They're not trying to, limit you in any way. So first things first, alongside the course you're actually doing, they provide you with this entrepreneurial course where you'll get like, not tutors, but like they call them ELOs and POs, where these people will come in and talk to you. So these are just people that are there to help you, to help develop your skills and your goals and stuff. You'll do assignments on top of your regular school degree because, some of these soft skills you don't really learn at school. Some of these skills are better taught from other people. You can't also learn these from books, and it's not like it's going to disrupt your actual school academic life. They know that you're a student and you have your actual degree course to do, so they don't try to burden you with too many things. So besides the entrepreneurial course, they also give you a monthly allowance. They pay for your rent, they pay for your meals, they cover your medical aid, they give you mentors. So these mentors are student mentors, and they try and match you with someone who's doing the same degree as you and at the same institution that you're currently learning at. Like my mentor goes to the same university as me, is in 4th year, and is doing the same degree as I am. So they try and match you with someone so that you can get a better insight, especially from a student's perspective. They also pay for you to come to your university, to your institute of learning, and to go back home. This is once a year. And once you finish your degree and you may have possibly come up with a business plan that you're really passionate about and you really like to implement, they're most likely going to provide you with startup money so that they can help you, and they'll provide you with the necessary resources so that you can actually become an entrepreneur from a young age as soon as you finish your university studies. So all these benefits sound amazing, but like, what's the process? What do I do? Okay, so the application process is a 3-step process. So the first step is you have to submit the application itself. The second step, you have to go through interviews. And then the third step is there's a selection camp. So with the whole application itself, you're probably going to have to fill in some information about yourself, about your school leaving results, any societies or clubs that you've attended, and then there are also some essay questions. First, when I opened those essay questions, I was like, wow, because there were 10 essays to do. But like, don't get me wrong, it's not like it's a 500-word essay. It's literally like 50, 60-word essays that you have to do. And I was intimidated by it at first, and I tried to put it off for a long time. But it's best you do it as soon as you can and you dedicate enough time to do it. I wouldn't say do it in like a day or like in an hour or something. Like personally, I took a couple of maybe 2 weeks or something so I could actually really think about my answers. So these questions are really focused around you being a leader or an entrepreneur, so you have to always have that type of mindset when you're answering these questions in order to be successful. They want you to show them that you are a leader or an entrepreneur, or you're willing to become a leader or an entrepreneur. Just so that you have the proper skills or idea, because they really want to sponsor students to become entrepreneurs, like I've said. So after you've submitted your application, then they're going to shortlist you, and then you go into an interview stage. With the interview stage, they're just going to ask you questions. I don't know, maybe we can defer from year to year. When I was doing my interview, they were asking me questions. A lot of the questions were based on the questions from the application itself. So I would encourage you to be as truthful as you can. Do not lie. It's best you answer it very truthfully and be honest about your answers, because if you lie, it's going to catch you at the interview stage. And then after the first interview, what is typically supposed to happen is that you go for a selection camp, maybe it's in Namibia or something, where they'll fly you out and then you do like team building exercises, and they give you like activities and stuff to do, and then they'll have people monitoring you and like watching what you're doing and seeing how well you work with others, how well you work by yourself, how engaging you are, your creativity and stuff like that. But because of COVID, we didn't get to go for the selection camp, and we just went through a second round of interviews, and that one was pretty good. Completely different scenario. They just gave you prompts, and then you had to present it to a group of judges. Then after that, you're shortlisted. Well, not shortlisted. They choose the final people to sponsor. So how many people do they sponsor? It depends. It varies from year to year. I know last year they sponsored 2 people. This year they were willing to sponsor 3 people, but it all depends on how much profit the company makes in that specific year. So it varies. It's not set in stone. This whole thing, is it worth it? In my personal opinion, I definitely think it's worth it, because they're paying for your tuition. I'm currently going to a really good school. I think it's the best in Africa, if I'm not mistaken. So they're covering all those costs for you to study the degree of your choice, and then they're also willing to provide you with entrepreneurial classes and stuff, so that you can actually become a business person, a businesswoman, businessman, whatever you may be. So I think that is brilliant of them to offer you. And on top of that, they're willing to pay for your startup if you've presented them with a good enough idea. Is there a limit as to what you can study? Yes, there actually is, but they allow you to study a wide variety of different degrees, and they are very broad about what you can study. And then they'll tell you can do a Bachelor of Commerce, you can do a Bachelor of Science, something of that sort. But then they're also very specific about what the degrees that they don't sponsor, because I know they don't sponsor like medicine or veterinary school and other stuff. But you can check all of that out on the application site, or the whole application itself. It should mention what you can and cannot study. I am currently doing a Bachelor of Commerce. I'm at UCT. I'm studying actuarial sciences. I'm in first year, mainly focused to people who are in Form 5, Form 6, or first year of university. So if you're in Form 5, you can't really go straight into university, because Form 5 or IGCSE or BGCSE, none of those are at the same level as matric. So you have to either go into first year of university, do a foundation course, or you can do A-levels or IB. I personally went into A-levels. So you only need to do 1 year of A-levels. You can do AS. I did 2 years of A-levels, which I think is an added bonus, because once you get there, a lot of the stuff that you're doing is similar to what you did in A2. So you understand the concepts more easily than people who are coming from matric or coming from AS, and they move at like a really fast pace. So it might be difficult to keep up, but because I've done A2, it was quite, I don't want to say it's easy for me, but like I think I was at an advantage compared to other students. So they do sponsor you to go to specifically South African universities. Like I know they offer UCT, Stellenbosch, Wits, UP, I think Rhodes, and a lot of the other South African universities. You're gonna have to check the application itself. It might change, I don't know. So you'll have to find that one out on your own. I hope this was very informative, and if you guys have any more other questions, please feel free to drop some questions down below. I can either answer you directly, or I can do another video if there are enough questions. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you like. Don't forget to share and subscribe. Bye.